So cool, so cool. Back to what we were saying is like just a couple things to point out, and we'll quickly uh, go through this easily this time, and it'd be less painful. Yeah. So, um, yeah. That being said, don't let your pain rule your day, rule your emotions, rule your conversations with each other, and don't hold someone else hostage for the way that you feel. It's just not fair to everyone around you. Now you matter, and I think that's a big problem too in life is that you're focused on helping all kinds of people, and then you don't matter. You don't matter to yourself. When you look at yourself in the mirror, you're probably thinking about someone else. You matter. There is greatness in you. You are awesome, and you matter. But you're focusing on pain. You're leading, your day is leading in pain. The way that you feel, your body aches, the way that your body's changing, it's quite scary, you know? You've treated your body maybe like a theme park, and you've put all these things into you, and now you're expecting this response. Or maybe you've done great and stuff with your body, and you've worked out and you've done good for yourself, and here you are with this pain. We all are going to experience pain. And I think that we're lying to ourselves, and our body is lying to us. There's some truths going on. I mean, there are warning signs that come up where, hey, you need to attend to this. You know, it's like the engine light is going on, yeah, and you need oil or something, you know. I think you should just drink more water, you know, if you were to take any kind of advice. God forbid that you actually took any advice and stuff. And that is a charge against you because you don't listen when truly something is coming to you that can change your life. So simple. We don't listen. When we really need to listen the most, we don't listen. We have some kind of rebuttal to take it all apart. It's like the Jenga blocks. We're pulling out the one to make it all fall down because we just can't deal with that. Hurry up and wait, and been there and done that just to shut somebody up because, you know, we have fought for this right to speak, and we are going to speak. We fight for these freedoms to do this, and it's going to be said, you know. So we shouldn't try to shut each other up. I mean, we're already shutting each other up with our technology, our cell phones, and all this stuff. And not to get all that and into that, but I think that if we could just realize that the onslaught of the pain that we go through has a lot to do with the way that we're thinking. If we could just change the way we're thinking, you know, the way that goes. You change the way you're thinking, and it changes the way you're feeling, and ultimately change the world around you. Thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Thoughts become, feelings, and feelings become emotions, and now you have something happening. For instance, I think about something that could happen, slipping on the floor, and then, I start feeling that, hey, what it would feel like to slip on the floor. I'm going to hit, maybe I'll break my coccyx, the small bone on your gluteal there. And, it could happen. And, whoa, that'll be painful. I have to drive around like that, and life could be tough, you know. So now I'm creating this emotion to where, I have had this fear in my body, and this, now I've even got back pain from thinking about I'm going to slip on the floor. And if you can just use that small example to the way that we operate in life, it's very applicable to how we're doing, you know. And there's no refute, there's no rebuttal to that. We do stuff, and it causes stuff to happen. You know, oh yeah, it's science and stuff. Yeah, that's great. But if we don't change the way we're thinking, it's not going to change the way we're feeling, and then nothing is ever going to change. If we just continually get in and get worse and get worse, we keep on thinking negative and negative and negative, we're going to get a negative response. And by the time you know it, we may not even be here. Here today and gone tomorrow. None of us are promised anything. Boast not thyself for tomorrow, for thou knowest not what a day may bring forth. You don't know what's going to happen 1 minute from the next. You don't know what's going to happen. You just don't know. And we're not using scare tactics. We just don't know. Why can't we just try to be positive? Fight for your day. Fight for each other. Fight for true love. the true aloha. Fight for love. You know, in love and in every situation, everything you're doing, embrace the suck. If you're cleaning, if you're working on trucks, if you're doing paperwork, computer business, everything's online. If you're so stressed about what you're putting in and you know what you're getting out is surfacing, so much work, even on a vacation, so much work, and you know you're just not being able to free yourself to get that happiness. Put in some positivity. Change the way you're thinking about the situation. Start loving your situation. Start speaking to your situation in a positive manner by your body, by your speech, and by the way that we do things. So simple, yeah? So start with positivity. So simple. Positive. With a positive outlook is a positive outcome, you know, so just positive. When things suck, it's not really that big of a deal because the way we're thinking. So if we're thinking, oh, it sucks, and then when it happens, oh, it's going to even suck worse than you saying it sucked. And so blah, blah, blah. We all know this. It's so simple, but we never really listen. We hear, and we're so distracted by life. When the woman is distracted, the man is discouraged, and then the relationship is torn apart. So in either way it is, when it could go both ways, and that's what destroys relationships. We're not giving ourselves to each other. We're giving it to our jobs too much. We're giving it to the situation. Maybe we're even giving it to our hobby. You know, so we need to immerse ourselves in the love that we have, because it is ever fleeting. This life that we have, and so we should try to make the best of it. Yeah.